Welcome back everyone to part 2 of solving one-step addition and subtraction equations. In the first half, or the first video, we pretty much worked with problems that came from 6th grade. And the only difference between 6th and 7th grade by solving one-step equations is the introduction in 7th grade of integer operations. So we're going to apply our knowledge of integer operations to solving one-step equations. So as the number t plus 16 equals negative 20, the inverse of addition and subtraction, so I need to subtract 16 from both sides. And here is where we separate grade 6 from grade 7. Now that you know how to add integers with the same sign, we know that t is equal to negative 36. Number 6. Okay, so we're subtracting 16 from p. We need to undo the subtraction. So we add 16 to both sides. Now we have integers with different signs. Signs are different. I subtract and keep the sign of the number with the largest absolute value, or I'm more positive by 4. Number 7, negative 2 and 3/10 equals some number w minus 4 6/10. I'm going to add 4 6/10 to both sides. Now the same concept works with whole numbers, with integers, as it does with decimals. I am more positive. Subtract. So my answer is positive 2 3/10. Number 8. I have negative 2/3 plus x. So to undo a negative 2/3, I have to add 2/3. But I must do it to both sides. So now I have to use my knowledge of adding and subtracting fractions. So what is x equal to? X equal to 2/3 minus 1/6. Again, I need a common denominator. My least common is 6. That's times 2 times 2. So now I have 4/6 minus 1/6. I subtract numerators. 4 minus 1 gives me 3/6, but I need to simplify. So my final answer is 1/2. Now in this case, let's just check and see if that's actually the solution. I'm going to go back and take this 1/2, put it in here, and see if I get this. Again, I replace my 1/2 here with x and see if I get the right answer. So I'm going to take 2/3 minus x, which is negative 2/3 plus 1/2. And if I get negative 1/6, that means my answer is correct. Or that means that 1/2 is the solution. Common denominator is 6. So I have 4/6 minus 3/6. I have negative 4/6 plus 3/6. I'm more negative by 1/6. So it does check. 1/2 is the solution. All right, we should be able to wrap this up. So now I have 82 plus some number p is 76. So I'm going to subtract 82 from both sides. And again, you know your integer operations. 76 minus 82. I'm more negative by 6. Number 10. The inverse of adding 6/9 is subtracting 6/9. 11 4/10 minus 6/9 is 4 5/10. Number 11. I'm adding 1/2 to n, so the inverse would be to subtract 1/2 from both sides. So now I have a negative 7/4 and a negative 1/2. Well, my answer should be negative because I'm combining two negative numbers. I find the common denominator, which is 4. So now I have a negative 7/4 and a negative 2/4. Gives me a negative 9/4, which I should have converted to a mixed number. 2 and 1/4. It's a better final answer. And we're at 5.5 minutes, but we got one more question. So now in this question, I have a mixture. I have a decimal and I have a fraction. I'm going to convert either to both fractions or both decimals. I chose to convert my fraction to a decimal. Now the inverse of adding 7/500 is to subtract 7/500 from both sides. Now I'm left with x. Now I have a negative, basically a negative plus a negative, which gives me negative. Alrighty, so we had 6 minutes. I think we're done. Yes. So we have covered solving one-step addition and subtraction. Next lesson is multiplication and division.